Thank you guys for coming out in the rain. So glad you're here. This is all I have to do, I think. I'm here to talk to you about Guatemala Esperanza. I'm Noecker. I work in radiation oncology, so happy to be here. Guatemala Esperanza was born here at Hopkins when, after talking about Guatemala a lot with my nurse manager, she said, "Let's go." And I said, "Why not?" And so it put me right in the middle of things to make all the connections, connect the dots. And I've been doing this since I was a kid. I grew up in a family of 12 kids. And I was at the table in the middle, so I was constantly passing things and helping people get what they needed. And that continued later on when I was a priest for 18 years, helping people make connections to a little deeper life. And now with Guatemala Esperanza, I have this wonderful opportunity to help bring groups from here in the United States to the people in Guatemala. Our mission is to help build relationships of mutual respect and trust between groups here and groups there. I don't work alone. I work with the groups that are already functioning in Guatemala, like People for Guatemala. They do the development work. They're out in the community saying, what are your goals? What do you want us to accomplish? Or people like Common Hope, who has a large foundation right outside of Antigua, Guatemala. And so we go wherever they ask us, we have this need here, or we have this need there, and we go with the respect for whomever we meet in these places. And we meet all kinds of wonderful people in Guatemala. Our first project, we went with a group from here at Hopkins. The People for Guatemala approached us and said, "You know, we have this family, we found them living in the mud. Can you help build them a house?" So we did. This past January, I went with the group. We went to Paco Tres Cruces. They needed a new kitchen for their grade school. The women of the grade school were building fires in the middle of the floor. Their kids were getting hurt. And so we built them a new kitchen. And now they have a high-efficiency stove with a chimney, so they don't even have to smell the smoke anymore. And they make their tortillas on the high-efficiency stove. This last October, went with a group of Hopkins nurses and radiation therapists, and our charge was to build a new clinic in this town called Paco to replace its cornstalk walls with a more permanent rainproof building where they could come and meet the nurses on a clean, dry floor, a weatherproof building. To do something like this, I mean, to do it as a group together, it's such a wonderful experience. We get so close as we experience the people's welcome, as we experience their gratitude. For us, it's so much fun that I went back and saw the clinic functioning several times, just working beautifully. Then later in January, a group from Florida Atlantic University came with 20 nurse practitioners, and they ran a general medical clinic not only here, but other sites, and also did cervical cancer screening of over 400 women and 1,200 patients in this place. A little bit after that, a group of nursing students from Hopkins School of Nursing came, along with some nurses from the hospital, and we initiated a clinic in Paco Tres Cruces where we built the kitchen, and we had a pediatrician from Florida with us. It was just a wonderful opportunity for the students to learn things. They later went to the hospital in Antigua and helped the nurses there with young children in need of rehabilitation there. But one of the things about Guatemala Esperanza that we do is that we do a lot of different projects: water projects, stove projects, building projects, clinics. But we always have time, a few days, in which we say, we're just going to be with the people. And I think of all the things about Guatemala Esperanza, this is the most important. It's all about the meeting, where two different cultures come together, two diverse cultures, and come together in care and friendship, and all of our lives are better because of it. There's nothing more that I appreciate when one of the Guatemalans come to me and say, "Hey Ron, do you have Margaret's email address? We want to write to her." Or I have a radiation therapist that comes up to me and says, "Ron, would you take these pictures to that family that we met? They meant so much to me. Would you make sure they get this?" it's a wonderful time for us, especially as oncology nurses, to have this experience a little closer to the earth in Guatemala. And it refocuses us and helps us to get a good picture again of what life is all about. And we have fun. We zip line. We go to different towns around the lake in Guatemala and enjoy this wonderful opportunity of celebrating life with our neighbors in Guatemala. So I invite everybody here to come along, experience the hugs, experience the friendship, experience all the things that you get surprised with as you come to a place like this and visit the wonderful people there. I would love to show you places like Antigua, Guatemala. Que te vaya bien. Great being with you.